Helping your spouse overcome alcohol addiction. Something we have to consider in alcoholism, whether it be a spouse, a child, or anybody, is that people with alcoholism and drug addiction unfortunately do not make a change unless the consequences of the situation become greater than the benefits they believe they're receiving from drinking or using drugs to fix the problems that they have. So regardless of who it is, but in this case with a spouse, you have to look at where you're at in this relationship, because if you break it down, it is infidelity on one level, because they are choosing something over you. It may not be a person, but it is a substance. And a spouse has to ask themselves, where do they stand in the relationship and how much can they tolerate and or put up with? How you can help your spouse is by holding them accountable for their actions. And before anybody thinks this is a harsh approach, we have to love them, we have to respect them. They are unwell people. And at the end of the day, their selfishness and self-seeking behaviors are affecting you. So you have to ask yourself, not only why are you putting up with this, but when are you going to stop doing that? The best way to help your spouse is to bring in professionals, address the situation with other friends and family, primarily family. You got to be careful on what friends you select, and address this from the vantage point of respect and affirmation and love, and at the same time with consequences and boundaries and accountability for your spouse. Because at the end of the day, if they don't get sober, how much longer can you stay in this relationship? And I get it. A lot of spouses have kids. There's family involved. There's a job holding the financial household together. I understand all that. And a lot of times the spouse's biggest problem is not the one with alcoholism or drug addiction, the one who's being affected, unfortunately becomes a martyr and they become a forever victim. Not by choice, by default. Nobody asks for that. It just kind of evolves. And it does stop and it goes away. It's not a defining diagnosis, or it's not something that you're going to be labeled with. It's just for right now. And what spouses do is they worry more about what's going to happen to them when their loved one goes to treatment than they are of what's if they don't. And we have to look at the big picture from both sides. So how you help them is stop looking at yourself as a victim and as a martyr, and start looking at your life of what it's going to look like if you don't address this problem. I mean, if you're okay living with the alcoholic for the rest of your life and you've managed to adapt to this, then maybe we can't help you. And if you're done, then we can help you. And lastly, I have to add into this, if there's children involved, then do it for them. Because what I do know about children is that they're sponges and this is affecting them. And every day that you don't address your loved one, your spouse's alcoholism or drug addiction, it's taking a toll on the children. And this is going to affect them later in life. It's going to affect their mental health, the possibility of them having addiction issues or alcoholism issues, having mental disorders, who they love, how they feel. They could actually become high-risk youth. So at the end of the day, yes, this is about your spouse, and if children are involved, you better do something about it, because the quicker you do, the better chance they have.